We have with us today Kenn Collier. He's a candidate for the 62nd House District. It's a confusing district. Republicans have made it very difficult to understand where these district goes, but it sort of starts in Grant Park and it goes all the way to East Point and College Park and all the neighborhoods in between. Uh, hard to define exactly what the district is, but he's running for the 62nd House District. There are four candidates in the race. We've interviewed one of the other candidates, and first of all, let me introduce a few things that I know about Kenn from his website. He's a native of South Atlanta. He graduated from Atlanta Metro College. He lost his son and his mother to gun violence, and probably we'll end up talking about that a little bit. So I wondered whether there's some other things that voters need to know about you, or you'd like voters to know about you, Kenn.
It is very interesting how the district is. We've got three cities all in that district: South Atlanta, East Point, and College Park. But I am a native of Atlanta, born and raised here in Atlanta, South Atlanta, Grady baby, raised in South Atlanta all my life. I've spent the last 15 years in Atlanta helping families, building organizations, and working directly with families and young people in the district. Not only that, I've raised my kids in the district. I am a father. As you mentioned, I'm a father of two, a daughter and a son, which I lost last year to gun violence, as well as losing his mom to gun violence. But I've been here in the district all my life, standing next to families, doing the work, and raising my own family here, right here in the district. So that's something that I'm very proud about, to be here, to be with families here in the district, and to work to represent the district that I've been in my whole life.
So, Kenn, why run for the Georgia House of Representatives? I mean, that's the ultimate question that faces everybody decide to go down and qualify for this race. Why do that?
I've been here my whole life, working with families, doing what I could do, and I just want to take that work to the state level. I've seen what it's like to be right here next to so much potential, so much development, so much growth and investment, right here next to, the airport, right? Right here next to some of the biggest development that's going on, and watching families get pushed out because of rising rents, rising property taxes that they can no longer afford. Tanya Miller's been doing some great work right here in the district. She understands what needs to be done, but her seat is up, right? And what better time to come in and really fight and continue to do the work for the district that I've been doing for the longest, right? One of the other things that I really want to work for is real clear pathways, career pathways for young people. With all the development and everything that's going on right here in the district, how can the young people right here that's graduating and going into college and going into careers get access to some of those opportunities and jobs right here where everything is going on right here in the district?
Can you hear the big ads from all the Republican candidates for governor, and they say they're going to cut your property taxes, they're going to cut your income taxes. What do you think about that tax cutting agenda that's on the other side of the party?
I believe taxes should be cut down some, and I understand that takes away from the revenue that the government is bringing in and things like that. But when we can provide more jobs for individuals and higher wages for individuals, that creates more taxes and more revenue that way, right, as well. But I do believe in cutting some taxes down to make things more affordable for the working people that's right here in Georgia that's working hard. Cost of living has gone up so much, gas prices, housing, everything has gone up except for the wages, right? And our income hasn't gone up. Cost of living's going up by 30%, and our income's only going up by about 10%. So I definitely believe in cutting some taxes so that we can afford to live and be stable right here in the district.
When you get elected to the legislature, Yeah, I won't say if, but when.
Man,
Would you be working with a Republican majority? So can you see some areas where you have can create common cause with the people that are likely to still control the Georgia House? I'd like to see it change, but it's little unexpected if that were to happen. So how would you operate in an environment where Republicans kind of control the majority of the votes and usually most of the power in the body? How would you function in that environment?
no matter what side of the aisle you're on, we all want some basic things for our family. We want safety for our families, and we want to be able to create wealth and take care and be stable and have financial freedom for our families, right? No matter what aisle you're on. The main thing is listening, working together, and then just being able to afford to live without the cost of living continue to increase, without our wages increasing. I think we can come together on common causes like that we all, where it's something that we all want for our families and our neighborhoods and our community. It'll make it easier to work together and get things passed. We got to agree on something. We can't agree on everything, but we got to find those things that we can agree on and work together.
At one point a few years ago, the Republican governor led a significant effort to do criminal justice reform. It does seem like maybe that issue has passed by a little bit. Do you have any sort of thoughts about how we could be doing some criminal justice reform that might actually make our communities safer?
Reform starts with opportunity and access, not just harsher penalties and all of that stuff. So, I've done work in the juvenile system. I've worked in the drug court and the resource court with DJJ. I see so many young people come in and out of the system, right, with felonies on their records, for having vape pens, for making threats at school. Felonies on their record at only 13, 14, 15 years old before they even got a chance to get their life on track. And things like that affect our young people where they don't even have a chance when they get older because they have these things going on. So there are a lot of things that need to be changed, right, when it comes to our justice system. But the main thing is, do we lock individuals up? Not only do we make them pay for their crimes, but we've got to also find ways that they can be better, whether it's opportunities, providing access, providing resources, providing therapy, mental health services. We've got to do a lot for individuals that are just as impacted outside of just punishing them.
So let me pursue one of the aspects I thought of criminal justice reform is housing is actually, in my mind, a lot of criminal justice reform. If folks have a decent place to live. And I've always felt like the state was a little negligent in doing much for the expansion of affordability or supportive housing or other kind of housing programs that would meet the needs of the community. You have any specific thoughts about how to make housing affordable at all these different levels that we're concerned about?
Just for the residents that's already living here in the district, the average rent is about $1,400 a month. The average income, is about $40,000 over here at East Point, $50,000 at College Park. For people that's already out here in the world working hard, going to work every single day, it's hard for us to afford housing. So imagine individuals coming out of the prison system looking to get their life back on track. It's even harder. So we've got to do something for individuals that's coming out, because when you don't have somewhere to live, when you can't afford to sleep comfortably, it's hard to get your life on track. That's when recidivism happens, right? We start doing things and committing crimes because we want the basic thing, housing, right? Somewhere to live, a roof over our head. So that has to be a major topic and discussion, and things have to be changed when it comes to that. That's one of the root causes of recidivism, housing when individuals get out.
One of the things we talked about the other day is I've noticed that there are more baby carriages on my sidewalk in front of my house, and so therefore people are struggling to find daycare that's really levels. And the price that they have to pay, it's just astounding to me. I couldn't afford to put my kids in that kind of daycare. So what do we do about that?
Yeah, man. When families can afford daycare and to drop their little ones off, they're able to go to work. They're able to work more hours and take care of their family and live in their homes, pay the rent, and continue to stay in the neighborhood. But when we don't have childcare access to it and can afford it, it's hard for families to work. Listen, daycare is a huge expense. It's almost as much as rent is, right? Or your mortgage. So, so we've definitely got to do something about affordability when it comes to childcare.
Let's go on to kind of the last question I have, and this is more of a broad question about what do Democrats need to be doing in order to win in November? We got a bunch of candidates running for statewide office, a governor, a lieutenant governor. What kind of things do Democrats need to be doing to attract voters to their side of the voting booth?
We've got to be listening, right? We've got to really listen to our constituents and people that's in our communities, understanding what their needs are. One of the things that I've been doing heavily is knocking on doors. My campaign, we're knocking on doors. We're talking to the people in the district. We're listening to what they need. And we're listening more than talking. And we're really understanding what the needs are. There's so many different things in the district. You got Grant Park, Summerhill, College Park, Lakewood. The district is different. And it's been a process for me. I've been learning a lot from knocking on doors, talking to our neighbors, and really understanding what their needs are. And I think that's how you really get people out to vote.
Well, Ken, we're kind of at the end of our time. Any particular thing that you want to say to the voters that you haven't had a chance to say yet?
Listen, this is a very, very important election. Early voting starts April 27th, primaries May 19th. We've got to get out to vote if we want change, right? We've got to get out to vote if we want something different. I'm from the district. I'm from Atlanta, South Atlanta. I've been here my whole life fighting for working families, fighting to make the community safer and better for the people that live here, and just working to bring more opportunity and access to the people that's right here in the district that's getting up, working hard every single day. I understand what it's like to raise a family, work hard, build right here in the community. I've been here my whole life. I haven't left, and I don't plan on leaving, right? I'm hoping that I can earn your vote through the work that I've done over the past 15 years. I would love for you to follow me. Go to my website, www.kenncollier.com. You can check out all my social medias at Kenn for Georgia or KennCollier.com. Go down and do your research and just find out how I've stood right here on the ground with families through the good, through the bad. I've been here my whole life. I've seen all the changes that South Atlanta, East Point, and College Park has been through, the good and the bad as well. And I understand what we need right here in order to make this district better, make life better for Georgians. So I'm looking for your support. I hope I get to earn your vote.
So, Ken, it's been a pleasure talking to you this afternoon. Thank you very much, Ken.
Thank you so much. You have a great day.